Hey Dragons fans! Okay, so yeah, we just got back. Boob hat. We just got back from the Thursday night premiere showing of How to Train Your Dragon 2. Jesus! Okay, so I have the storybook. I knew exactly what was going to be happening, and in the end, it was so much more than I expected. So we're going to go around first, and on a 1 to 10 rating scale, we're going to say what we give the movie. This is not everybody that went, but some people have some stuff to be doing right now, so they're kind of skipping this sudden reaction little bit. So we're going to start with Jessica.
Probably an 8.5.
Okay. Firm but fair.
I say a good 9.
Good 9. My, oh geez, I didn't even think about that. I'm gonna give it a 9.5.
Oh, I didn't know we could do decimal places. I was
Because I just don't feel like it deserves a 10 for one sole reason, and I'll cover that later. But yeah.
I'd say a 9.
9.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Yeah.
It's not a perfect 10, but it's so close.
It's so close. It's so close.
It tore at my heartstrings so much.
People that warned me to bring tissues, I did not need the tissues. Thank you very much. I was just wiping as I go. So I made do. I made
just
do.
let it dry.
Yeah.
I didn't even do this. I was just like watching.
So
Let it run.
this we're gonna try to stay as spoiler free as possible, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So this right here is your spoiler warning. So you have just been warned that for the next few minutes we're going to be discussing a couple spoilers. So you might want to skip. And if that ends the video, thanks for watching. So we're going to say what we really enjoyed in our favorite parts or our favorite dynamic or what was the favorite thing about the movie as a whole. And so we'll actually start on this end this time.
Okay.
Twins!
Twins. Hi. But, my favorite part, I'd have to say probably that it wasn't so child-based. It was that pretty much any age could watch it and still get something from it.
Yeah.
I mean, it had something for all ages. I mean, it had some humor for the adults and stuff, and some dramatic things that probably not all children would get.
Mm-hmm.
But
The
romance that lasted like 20 minutes.
Oh yeah. But
Except for
anyway.
that kiss at the end.
Yeah.
Wow, we.
That was
No, 2 kisses. 2 kisses.
Get some. Get some. Okay.
But yeah, probably my favorite part was just that it was all ages friendly. Worst parts. I think it's kind of pretty much just.
I'm pretty sure everybody
Everybody's gonna
knows.
say
Everybody's
this.
gonna say basically the same thing.
Yes.
And which
Worst part was.
the worst part was all together now. Stoic dies. I immediately, I knew it was coming because I kind of had it spoiled for me from Tumblr because my stupid Tumblr savior, I don't know why it wasn't working, but it kind of spoiled it for me. And somebody had beautifully, in calligraphy, written what they say about May Valhalla welcome you and stuff like that. And then at the end, they had, at the bottom of the page, they had Stoic's hat or something. And the minute I saw that, I was like, no. But then we all knew it was going to happen because Gerard Butler was not signed for the 3rd movie. So I had an idea that they were doing that, but I didn't know if they would go there for sure, and they did.
I just hate how they went there.
They went
But
there.
I don't want to say how he died. It's just.
No,
it's
that'd
just.
be too
It's
much.
the worst way possible.
It was the
One
worst
more
scenario
time.
they could have done.
It made you think that he might come back, and then he didn't.
And then he didn't. They didn't pull a Disney. They were crying on him, and the tears didn't bring anything back.
It's like there was no Tangled.
There was
No.
no Tangled.
Or
there was
Frozen.
no Disney. There's no
Frozen.
Disney.
No, there
Or
was nothing.
Disney, because Disney does that with almost a lot
Except
of
there
stuff.
was the song, but
the
this
song
was
was fun.
like I said, it's for all ages. It had this intensity that not all movies have.
Yeah. It's
just.
It's really, really strong. That, I think, is the one thing that everybody kind of took away is it sucks that had to happen at all because I made the argument that it's kind of not fair that he you know, he only had one parrot in the first one, and we really focused on Valka in this one, and we even kicked out Stoic to the point where you literally kicked him out. And so in the third movie, I'm hoping that we don't focus too much. So that kind of, I think, covers the worst part for everyone when it comes right down to it. But I think one thing that really bothered me in this movie, and I understand why it had to be cut because of the time limits, because of everything, the way the story worked, we didn't get a lot of gang interaction because the characters that we got to know were the teens in the first movie. You know, Rough Nut, Tough Nut, Snotlout, Astrid, Fishlegs, and Hiccup as a dynamic as friends working, and we get to see that throughout the series. So I think that's their way of giving us that screen time and that story development. But we didn't get a lot of
dragons. We didn't get a lot of that the second movie. It was just they're following him. There wasn't anything, especially Astrid.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just automatic. Boom, there it is.
Yeah. Well, Astrid and him been together forever, so it was kind of like
it was kind of.
He said 5
dynamic.
years.
Yes.
He said 5 years.
Yeah, it's been 5 years, so it's a pretty nice dynamic that they had, but.
But I mean, between the other characters and stuff, it's just like they were automatically following him. It's like how. Well, I guess
There was no tension between Snotlout and Hiccup. The tension was between Snotlout and Fishlegs, and by the end of the movie, the tension was pretty much gone because of the way things played out. So
the romance.
yeah,
the romance.
You're gonna love it.
So many romances.
I just love how they kept it very.
Subtle.
This is how. Well, not just that, but like that's how all fangirls react to them seeing that guy, and it's like, take me. It's like, yeah, that was spot on.
That was fantastic.
Oh, it's
it had
wonderful.
the like brutal manliness of a Viking.
Yeah, so it was just
beautiful.
like, it was nice. But yeah, we kind of got off subject, so we're gonna steer back to that. My favorite part of the entirety, Lord. I really have most of the entire movie was my favorite part, except for that one part that happened because it happened in an
There's not really something that you can take. as
Yeah,
a
so that was
favorite.
the only thing I had. The only thing. Like, the rest of the movie is my favorite part.
Yeah, but it was intense.
You?
I think my favorite part. Oh gosh, there's so many things in there, but like just the stuff with like Toothless and Hiccup, their connections with each
Their
other.
bonds.
Like every time that something would happen, whether it be really bad or really good, it just kind of was just like tearing at my heart.
It makes me really, really want a dog. But like a dog that I can fly on, so. It makes me want a dragon.
A dog cat with wings.
Yeah, it's like,
it was just wonderful. Just the whole thing.
Just,
Except
yeah.
for Stoic dying.
yeah.
Ugh.
It's gonna become the thing we do not speak of.
The like
It's gonna be like
Sydney
Harry
was
Potter.
Sydney was talking to me earlier, and she said like the Harry Potter saying always it's gonna be anything for you, dear.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
you're gonna see quote like with this the mom crying at the sea, and then you're gonna see this ghost of
I don't
Stoic
wanna-
saying anything for you, dear. This
Like-
stinking fan art, and it's
Oh,
gonna be
why'd you
stuff.
say that?
No. No.
Oh my gosh, that's horrible. Oh man, I don't even want to go on Tumblr because it's like after this weekend, there's nothing gonna be like weirdo fan art, sad fan art, and like music and edits, and I'm just like, nope, don't need that kind of pain in my life.
No, just stop.
Beat it.
Just no.
Nope, don't need it.
Jessica.
Just never happened. I have 2 parts, just because I couldn't distinguish which one. The interaction with Hiccup and Toothless, because of that one scene, but I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
It's
And
unspeakable.
And then whenever he finally met his mom and figured out her secret and stuff, and the interaction as a family for like 2 hours
so
before
great.
They were a family for like a total of a couple hours.
couple
and then,
hours probably.
it was-
Then it fell apart.
He like forgave her and everything so fast.
It was just
like,
gonna,
I thought
like-
he was gonna punch her, and it's like you just.
You thought oh gosh, so violent.
He wasn't gonna punch her. Oh my
No.
god.
I thought he was.
I didn't even think he was gonna yell or anything.
Yeah.
She thought he was gonna yell.
I knew that he was gonna.
I like
forgive
the
her.
explanation of Hiccup's scar.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Because he's had the scar from the first movie, and everybody assumed that he got the scar when he hit the branch and it came back and hit him in the face. But no, it was there before that. So yeah.
I also liked the pure humor of how he lost his leg. And
Back
everything.
leg.
I
But
also like the humor of whenever they were passing by, like what was the plan, and it's like
Oh.
just they paused that so perfectly.
We're gonna take his.
oh,
Glacier.
That was the one time in the movie I just literally went because it deserved a clap. It just deserved a clap. It was almost as good as that Sherlock thing where he's
Yes.
like he's made it perfectly clear that he thinks, and then they they
Yes.
do that thing with that.
That was wonderful.
Yeah. So anyway, that's good and bad. We're trying to stay as spoiler free as possible for right now until the movie does, it's out
Past
for a while.
the
It's
weekend.
out for a while.
Like,
So the movie ended. It is the sequel because it is it's a trilogy. So it's the second movie. It's a second part. Next part,
I'm terrified. The third one's gonna come out.
the third one will be coming out after in a while. I don't know how long if it's
Hopefully
gonna
not
be a
3
year
years
or 2
again.
No, I don't think so. I think it's 2 years this
They were
time.
probably just debating to
Thankfully.
make another one.
Well, no, it was a trilogy from the time they got the green light for the second. They got the green light for the third too, and they were just like, we can do this trilogy. So they did, and now people are fighting for number 4, and I don't think that's gonna work. Let's not. Let's quit while we're ahead before
No.
this thing turns into Shrek.
Yeah. Please, no, don't.
Shrek 5.
No. Wait, seriously,
Are you
this is Shrek
serious?
5?
That's the word on the street.
Yeah.
Oh no, they've had enough. Just stop. End
just
it.
stop.
I wish
Kill
they
it.
would.
It's gonna be
All
like an
good
American
things should
drama.
just burn
The
it
children's
at the
grandchildren
stake.
still live with them. I
It's
don't
like
know.
years from now.
I don't
Oh, we
even-
were to go see Shrek 34.
I don't even really
No.
want to see. I'm gonna
Shrek.
bring one of my
I don't
favorite fandoms, Harry Potter. They stopped at 7. That's where it drew the line.
Well, that's because they ran out of books.
They ran out of books. But I'm still saying they found a place to stop it. They stopped it.
Well, yeah, but like, what's something you're hoping that they'll do in the third movie, or address in the third movie, or fix in the third movie, or what's a fear for the third movie? Like, third movie thoughts.
Oh, that all the
Well.
dragons will die. I'm
Ow.
really worried of like. Oh, what am I worried about? I'm scared that like Toothless or Hiccup will die.
Hiccup's not gonna die. I can almost guarantee you that. That just won't happen unless there's a huge time jump and now Hiccup's like this big buff chief and he's
Yeah.
got like kids and he's got his own little Hiccup. I highly doubt that's gonna happen. Like Hiccup, if anything,
I don't
there's gonna
think
be
they'll
another
speed
time jump,
forward
but
that.
I don't think they're gonna speed forward that much. Because it's gonna be
2 years.
maybe a little bit more,
Mm.
just in a sense of because from what happened at the end with the villain, it's gonna take him a while to get back to where he was to go
5
back.
would
and,
probably be the best jump.
Yeah.
but then
maybe
because
another
that bothers
10
me
is a
because
little too long.
it took them so long that we were the same age and then now we're the same age still. But if they do a bigger time jump in less than a time in the real world, I'm gonna have to catch up to him. And I don't like that.
Yeah,
So
give it 2 years.
yeah, it's like, well,
Yeah,
2
'cause
years
they
time
addressed
jump
on
would be
there that he
best.
was 20.
I'm wondering what the next villain will be, so that
It's gonna be the same villain.
it is gonna be.
Yeah,
I wonder if he's gonna have a sidekick.
No, we didn't.
probably. Ew. My sister was just
So-
like, hey, Band-Aid. Gross.
Really?
But really?
No.
The both of you, really? She is your cat because you're both weird. But ew. Either way, for the third movie, I'm just a little bit worried how it's gonna end because I do.
They took the very worst out of this one.
This one was
Hard.
hard and it hurt, and
I don't know
I'm
how
scared
much
about
it'll
the
hurt.
hurts.
I don't know how much more they can hurt you, but
Yeah,
they
they're gonna
hurt you.
try.
They're gonna hurt.
Yeah,
I'm still hurting. You weren't.
I'm gonna be hurting
When
for
you
days
go
until I go
in,
and see it
You're
again
gonna be
and hurt
hurting
some
for
more.
months.
It's gonna be
It's
a
called
pattern.
sugar.
It's gonna be a cycle. Hurting, still hurting. Go watch it again.
It's like
relax.
it's
Hurt
hard to
even more.
Sister, don't let her eat that. She's eating it.
Ew. Okay, that's where you draw the line.
That's just
She's eating the worst.
ew.
That's where you draw the line.
Ow, boob hat hit me in the boob. Okay, so this has gone on for a while, so
Yes.
we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up
Yeah.
and say that How to Train Your Dragon was amazing.
Doesn't deserve a 10, but it's so stinking
Well,
close. It's not gonna
9.
The thing is, in my feelings, it hurts, so I gave it a 9. But when it comes to the movie as a whole, as being a movie, it deserves a 10 because
the
it took
storyline and everything.
the storyline, the visuals, the everything was beautiful, and it took.
I felt like I could run my fingers through his beard.
His flower beard.
I
or
think
his
the
sun
reason-
beard.
It's so
3D
fluffy and
basically.
luscious.
Soak's beard.
You saw the
Like,
highlights.
it looked coarse though. It didn't look silky. It looked.
It
coarse.
didn't take any easy outs. It's not gonna sugarcoat things for kids because that's not what life is about. Life isn't about being sugarcoated, and How to Train Your Dragon 2 is just the story of a boy and his dragon and his life is not sugar coated, and I thought that was wonderful. So as
Tried to eat my band-aids.
So as a movie itself, it does deserve the 100. It does deserve the 10. It's great. It's wonderful. Go see it as soon as you can and see it as many times as you can because I need this movie to be
I
a
have one
huge
question.
financial success. Yes.
Which is better, first one or second one?
Lord, first one. I know a lot of people are saying the second one is better, but me personally, nothing on this, like, no movie is going to be better than the first How to Train Your Dragon because that is my favorite movie and it's going to remain my favorite movie and you cannot stop it.
I think honestly it's a tie. I mean, the first movie set up a great baseline, but the second one had so many interesting elements in it.
Because it's setting up for the third, and that's.
I'm gonna die.
No, not you too! Okay, we've had enough. We're tired.
we're done.
Okay, so I'll see you guys next video. Bye!
Bye.
Somebody press the button! Run!